Okay, so as I said on the last one, this one I'm going to tell you what you need to understand about what you're dealing with is two things. And please listen. Don't chalk these off as simple things, okay? Because, like I said, I've done this for a lot of people already, and they constantly tell me I was such a great help. And the people who didn't listen got worse. So, you have to understand, there's two things that this problem with the disorder is. Like I said, one is a chemical imbalance that happens in your body. And thought process, like I said. When I was in my earlier years of it and spent many years chasing my tail with it, and I think they made me try every type of antidepressant that's out there. I mean, I tried it. They kept swimming because nothing was helping me. So, it takes like 6 weeks for these medicines to get into your system. So you got to take it for like 6 to 7, 8 weeks before you can see if it's going to do you any good, and if it's going to be worse. By the time you realize it, you're feeling way worse, and then they say, stop, and they put you something else. But when they give you a medicine that doesn't work with you, boy, it can really make this thing really, get bad. And, but this is the thing. What I'm going to teach you has given me no medicines. In order for me to get the panic attacks, the depression, the anxiety of me going, sometimes the way I classify anxiety is anxious over something that's coming up or something I got to do. That's anxiety to me. It makes me nervous. When I get hit with the full-blown, that's a panic attack. So, to me, anxiety and panic attack are two different things. So the anxiety is anxious over things that's coming up, and where before you used to just take that normally, and now something coming up simply could just send you off on the wrong course, and then eventually goes into panic attack. But once I learned and really truly believed that these panic attacks would not kill me, then I start opening my mind to what can I do to make this better. And let me tell you what made me better, and many other people I've showed this to. When you feel this panic attack coming on, you have to simply recognize what it is. This is a panic attack. It's coming on. I feel it. And you have to tell yourself, since you know what it is, it's going to pass. It's 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 10 minutes. It's, they range all different, they don't last very long. But what happens is, when you feel that coming on, people get nervous. It's a normal reaction for you to get nervous. And our bodies are designed to protect in ways that we couldn't even dream of. And when we get nervous, we're releasing adrenaline. Now, what's adrenaline do? It's for fight or flight. It pumps the body up. It gives it a lot of more energy, and it's like revving the engine. And the more it releases, the more that will race, that engine. And when you get nervous over this attack and you think, oh my God, I'm having a heart attack or something's going wrong, your brain automatically gets scared and releases this adrenaline. Now the adrenaline will feed the pain, which will increase it. Now your pain gets worse, that makes you even more nervous, and again, the brain does it again. For the fight or flight syndrome, it releases more adrenaline. And it gets into a cycle that just it makes it go to a full-blown panic attack. And now when I still get them, but I haven't had to go to the hospital. I haven't had to even like go sit down somewhere and relax to do it. I'm to the point now where if I'm out doing something and I feel it coming on, I could talk it right down and then keep doing what I'm doing without stopping while I'm talking it away. And I just, like I said, and the reason I say thought process is because you have to believe in it. If you don't believe in this, and you stick with that thing like I did in the beginning too. This is why it took me so many years. I just kept saying they didn't know what they were talking about, and they had no idea what I was going through, and they didn't know what this was, and I was dying, and I'm going to die, and nobody's going to know it or know why. But once you truly believe that panic attack, depression, anxiety, doesn't kill you. It's what we do because of the illness that kills us. People overdosing, people getting in car crashes because they're drinking, or doing drugs, whatever. The actual thing itself is not killing you. So the thought process is that you have to believe in this, and you have to believe that if you know what it is, it shouldn't scare you. I know this is a panic attack. I know what it wants to do, but I'm not going to let it. I know what you are. Go away. Leave me alone. Okay? And it took some time of doing that before I got it to the point where they lessened and lessened and lessened in intensity. To the point where now, as I feel like I'm on, within a couple minutes, it's gone before it affects me in any way at all, really. I just get that off feeling, and I'm like, here it comes now. And for me, it's a little scary now because in 2012, I had a heart attack, and I had to have open heart surgery, and I did actually wind up with a real medical life-death situation with my heart. So when it comes on now, and I get the tightness of the chest and the closing of the throat and all the things it does, now I'm concerned. Hey, is it my heart doing this, or is it a panic attack trying to come on? So sometimes since my surgery, it picks back up a little bit, but I still have been able to get it down because I said if it really is my heart, I shouldn't be able to talk it down. It's just keep going, But since I truly believe in what I believe, I just do my same thing when it comes on. I tell myself, hey, and so far, it's always came down, and I was fine, and it wasn't my heart. But I believe that if it is my heart, not a panic attack doing it, no matter what I'm telling myself, it's going to keep progressing, and I'll realize something's wrong, and then I would go to the hospital. So what you need to understand is you really have to work on your thought process. You have to convince yourself that no matter how bad you feel, no matter how much this thing's going to bother you, it's not going to kill you. It's just going to affect you and destroy your life every other way. But you do have the power to turn that around. That's the good news. And it's a shame it took me 20 years or so to learn this. I wish I could have learned this much sooner. But over the last several years since I figured this out, I literally run across people who start saying, I don't know what happened, my daughter's having it. And I say, if you don't mind, can I come over, stand and have a talk with you? Because I actually lived it, I've been through it, I understand what's going on, and if you want, I'm telling you, you let me sit down, explain things, talk to them, and do this, and you're going to see, you're not going to have the, and after explaining it and going through it with them, and sometimes you'd have to go sit with them when they're getting, in the beginning, when they get them, you go sit with them and you talk to them, you coach them through it, and talk them down and keep supporting them, and then they could do it, by themselves after that, and since they don't last long, I mean, you'd have to be really close because by the time you got called and got over there, it would probably be over. So, but it is nice for the first few times, or when they have them to be able to sit there and physically look into their eyes and talk them. But I've done this for people, and I'm telling you, they thank me so much. And I do realize the sooner I catch them after they start getting them, the better it works for them to keep them from getting bad. And people who have had it happening for a little while or going on for a while, and then they've lived, like I said, I lived 20 years of what I call hell. Like I said, I really wouldn't wish this on my enemy. It is very horrible. So this is what I want you to start doing. I want you to start realizing that this problem is not going to kill you. If you already know that, but you just can't figure out how to get it to stop, because every medicine they're giving you, everything else they're giving you, nothing's working, and you're still bad, you're still this, you're still that, I'm telling you, strengthen your mind. You need to be reinforce that strength of your mind to overpower the thought. As far as the chemical release, that's a chemical reaction of the body that you have no control over, basically. The body runs at its own protection, different thing, so you're not going to be able to get it to not release something, probably. Because like I said, even me at the stage I'm at, when it comes on, it hits me a little bit, and I can talk it down and get rid of it, but still hits me a little bit. It's not like it's nothing no more. So you can't control what your body's going to do biologically. And it's trained to protect itself. And when you get nervous, it's going to release some of that. But from that point, from that instant there on, is going to determine how bad this game gets for you. Because at that very second that you feel that initial hit, you need to tell it, I know what you are, I know what you're going to try to do, and I'm not going to let you make me nervous. And you just breathe in, breathe out, and just keep telling yourself, no, don't get nervous, this ain't nothing bad, I know what you are, you're just a panic attack, or whatever. And you got to talk yourself down. And far as the body releasing, chemicals to do whatever, it will compensate and start cutting that down itself. And that's why I say, so that's what I want you to start doing. And I hope you continue to listen, because like I said, this one's getting over 10 minutes now. But I want to at least tell you what you need to start doing. And if you're using medication, you need to see about, once you start to see you get yourself under control, cutting down, because I don't take, well, I won't say I don't take anything. I still take an anxiety pill for anxiety. I don't take any depressants anymore, but I do take still for panic, because it helps me if it's got, but that's also because I have a ton, and I do mean a ton, of stress in my life at this very moment. I'm going through some things that would just blow your mind. So, I'm still taking something for the panic attacks to help with it, because of a lot of stuff I'm dealing with. But I think you can get this to where you won't need nothing. Just keep some kind of anxiety medicine with you, just in case. But it'll only be with you in case you do have a problem. Not something you have to do every day. And little by little, you will see you can get back to life and going out and doing things. All right, I'm going to cut this one for now. I hope you pass it on to everybody, and I hope people really do this, because it will work. It will work. Trust me. You don't need to live like you're living and suffer like you're suffering. You really don't. And life is great. Life can be great. Just right now for us, it's not. But that's the thought process. So I will be doing another video to follow up on this one, and I hope people that try it and will write back and let me know how it helped them, because so far everybody I do it with, it really says it's been a big difference. All right, everybody, get well, and hope things are going good for you out there. God bless, and take care.